สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. I've made lots of salads on Hot Thai Kitchen and they're usually really light and bright, but today I'm going to show you a different kind of salad dressing that's a bit richer and more sort of luscious and better for maybe a cold day because winter is coming, at least in Canada. So we are making something called yam tua pu, which is wing bean salad. So yam is our term for salads, and then tua pu is wing beans. Now, what are wing beans, you may ask? Well, they're right here in front of me. So these are wing beans. They are like green beans with 4 wings. Now, if you do not have wing beans, the salad is also really good with just regular green beans. You can do French green beans if you prefer those. So what you do, these I've just blanched. All you do is you bring a pot of boiling water, add enough salt so that the water tastes like a well-seasoned soup. Then you add the beans and blanch them for 1 minute. After 1 minute, transfer them into a big bowl of very cold or ice water so they stop cooking and they have a nice bright green color. Drain them, and this is what you'll get. Just trim off the ends and then just 1/4-inch thick slices. And then once you do that, then they become sort of cute little star shape and they make really sort of decorative, festive salad. So the next very important ingredient for the salad is toasted coconut. So I've got here just shredded dried coconut. In Thailand we use fresh shredded coconut, but these will work just fine. I just want to toast it. So I've got my wok. You can just use any saute pan. Add your coconut and you want to keep stirring. You have to be very, very vigilant and don't walk away because the time between browned and burned is very, very short. And if you push it to it's quite dark, it's going to be nutty and really toasty and it'll make the salad rich and just addictive. Okay, so now's the time. You got to be really, really careful. You can also bake this in the oven, by the way, like it's totally fine, but I'm doing it sort of the old school way. I'm very, very close. I'm going to pull this off because it will keep toasting even after the heat is off. And then, so this is kind of the color that we like. It's really dark brown. Transfer it off the wok really quickly because it will continue to toast. Now this is, I know it's darker than most toasted coconut you see in sort of Western cooking, but that's okay. That's how we do it in Thailand. So I'm gonna get my dressing started and let me tell you, this dressing is fantastic. I don't know why I don't do this more often, but I'm starting with a clove of garlic, which I'm just gonna grate using a microplane, or you can use a mortar and pestle. That's what I would normally do, but I wanted to show you a different way. You can also just finely mince it if you don't have a microplane. Just as long as you get it smushed up somehow, you're good to go. So some garlic in there, finely chopped Thai chilies, and again, for salads, you wanna make sure the chilies are finely chopped because you don't want any big bite surprises. Next are the 3 standard Thai salad ingredients, okay? That is fish sauce, salty component, lime juice, always fresh from the fruit, never from the bottle. Just a teaspoon of sugar to round off the edges of the salt and the acid. This is where this dressing gets exciting. Thai chili paste made primarily of chilies, shallots. I think there's dried shrimp in there. It's just got this sweet, smoky. It's not super spicy. The jar looks like this, and it's the same chili paste that I use in cashew chicken and tom yam gung. So if you've cooked lots of Thai food, you're probably familiar with this stuff. It's really good, and yes, it is great in a salad dressing. Chili paste is generally a little bit sweet, so that's why I'm not adding too much sugar. Okay. Ooh, it smells good already. The last secret ingredient to this dressing is coconut milk. Yes, sometimes we add coconut milk to our dressing and it makes it just rich and adds just a whole nother layer of aroma. Really, really good. You want to taste this. Always, always, always taste your food. Oof, that's good. So you want salty, sour, and sweet to really be in a good balance, but be careful with the sweet. You don't want, this is quite a rich salad. If it's overly sweet, it'll just be, it's a bit too cloying. It's not as refreshing. To this, I'm going to add my shallots, which is sort of the pungent component. Peanuts, ground peanuts. This is also a very important part of this salad because it's going to almost make the dressing richer and thicker, and it'll help the dressing hold on to all the vegetables and whatnot. You do not want to make this into peanut butter, okay? Thai people, we don't do peanut butter. It doesn't exist in our kitchen vocabulary. So when we grind peanuts, it's always still a little bit gritty. At the most, we'll do it into a powdery sort of consistency. Okay, in that goes, so you can start to see this dressing come together. Our main ingredient are wing beans. This salad usually has quite a bit of protein in it. I'm doing 2 different types of protein today, chicken and shrimp. You can do pork and shrimp, you can do all chicken, all pork, whatever you want. So for chicken, I've got here what I'm gonna call pulled chicken. Okay, and it's just basically chicken breast that I've poached, but you can bake it, grill it, steam it, do whatever you want. As long as you've got cooked chicken at the end of the day, that's all you need. Leftover chicken is really good. It's a good way to use that up. And you just use your fingers and tear it up, like, you know, like a pulled pork sandwich, except chicken. So I'm gonna add that in. And then some shrimp, which I also just poached. And again, you can saute it, do whatever you want. It can be leftover shrimp. 6 shrimp would be good. Okay, now, our coconut, almost forgot. Our toasted coconut, yeah. And I'm gonna save just a little bit for final sprinkling. This is looking really good now. Look how festive it is, it's like stars. Most Thai salads add cilantro or lots of green leafy herbs, but usually for this salad, you don't have to. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add some mint, because I think mint just adds that cooling effect that just contrasts well with all the richness that we've got going on. So let me grab my mint real quick. I am just going to tear all the leaves in. And this is totally my trick. Yum tofu normally doesn't have mint, but don't tell anyone. So I've got that, give it one last stir. Now you can have this, we usually serve this as part of a bigger meal with rice and whatnot, but you can do a little lettuce wrap, bite-sized lettuce wrap thing with it. Okay, let's dish it up. Oh, almost forgot. One last ingredient that I worked so hard for. Eggs. This salad is always served with boiled eggs. I like the egg yolk to be a little bit soft still. So I boiled the eggs for 8 minutes, okay? And that's bring water to a boil, drop the eggs, 8 minutes. That's what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna put the salad in the bowl first. Ooh, get all that dressing in there. I saved the shrimp so that I have a couple to go on top, because you always want to show off your expensive ingredients, right? Get the shrimp on. Okay. I'm going to top all this off with the extra coconut that we saved. It's always exciting when you cut your egg, praying that it came out exactly the way you wanted it. And yes, it did. There you go. The 8-minute trick works almost every time. So there, nice and creamy, but not so runny, because you want to be able to place this on a plate without the yolk running all over the place. But it's still really moist and succulent. Yes. Now I have a thing against putting mint as a garnish just for the heck of it. Because, you know, I feel like there's mint sprigs on everything. But if mint is an ingredient in your dish, then by all means, please use mint sprigs. Because garnish should either go with your dish or represent your dish in some way. And there you go, that is my yum tofu. Let's give it a taste. It's rich because of the toasted coconut, the coconut milk, the peanuts, and the chili paste. But at the same time, the lime juice and the crunchiness of the beans still keep it pretty refreshing and light. So once I eat it with the egg, it's just gonna be just the perfect meal. So I highly recommend you give this a chance. It's something a little different. Quite a few prep to do, but it's so easy to just put together. Perfect for impressing someone who's coming over, maybe. So the recipe, as always, is on hotthaikitchen.com. If you enjoy the show, please click to subscribe. Ooh, and if you make this, take a photo, send it to me, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I love seeing pictures of your beautiful, beautiful dishes that you've made with my recipes. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.